Alright, so this is like a mini story time type of thing, cause like I don't know, bro. Like this has been bothering me since like December. So like about like 4 months, maybe December, January, February, March. Yeah, like about 4 months. So like yeah, it's like still bothering me, cause I just can't let that slide. So basically this furry girl in my first period, which used to be my first period, because I initially didn't even need that class, geology. She basically screwed me over, and this is how it happened. Now we gotta go back all the way to kind of like the beginning, like before the first day of school type of thing. So they didn't have my schedule ready for whatever reason. So I'm a senior and I only need like 2 classes to pass, like English and economics, or 3 classes, and what's it called, American government or whatever. And yeah, the rest are just elective classes. They didn't have any more elective classes open, so they put me in geology for first period, and I didn't even need that class anyway. Because it was first period, I would always wake up late and I would always show up late to school. And don't get me wrong, I would still do my work, but I was just late. And sometimes I was absent because I didn't have a ride. See, now, despite being late to school, like pretty much every day, I still did my best to do the work. Like I still did the work regardless. Like I didn't pass with an A because like some of the things I turned in would be late and I would lose some points, but I still did the work pretty much. And yeah, my friend Vincent sat with me in that class, and I look over across the classroom and I'm like, hey man, there's a girl over there wearing like wolf ears and she has a tail, like what's up with her, bro? And he's like, yeah, that's the furry girl that goes here. And I was like, yeah, no kidding, she's like really into that whole cosplay thing. And so yeah, at the beginning of the year, I would hear a bunch of people pretty much talking mad about her, and I felt bad for her at the beginning. I was like, man, like why are people bullying her? Like she didn't do nothing wrong. She wouldn't hurt a fly, and yeah, and my whole opinion changed when we had her in a project. Like the fateful day when she basically f***ed me over. It's the first day of the project, and I had my friend Vincent with me in that project. Like out of some miracle, I have him in the project with me, with her. And I remember I smelled something. Like I even told my friend, like, hey bro, it smells kind of funky in here. It smells a little funny up in here. And he's like, it's the furry girl. And I'm like, nah, it can't be. Like all the rumors I heard, like, come on man, they can't be true. And as I got closer to her to kind of like inspect the rock for like the project, it smelled so bad. Like I genuinely vomited inside my mouth. Like she smelled like ogre piss. Nah, like maybe I over exaggerated with the whole ogre piss thing, but the best way I could describe it is that she smelled like cat piss, cat litter, dog food, dog shit. I don't know. It was like a weird combination of like everything that smelled bad. It's just there really wasn't a specific way to identify it. Yeah, so basically she just smelled bad. That was like my first complaint with having her in the project. I still felt bad for her despite the smell. I still felt bad for her because it's like I'm not gonna hate somebody just because they smell horrible. That's no reason to hate somebody and just make up stories about them, because that's what I thought. Like I thought that just because she smelled bad, people just didn't like her because of it, and they just made up stories. And because she was a furry too. Anyway, the day came when she kind of yelled at my friend to go get a rock. Like I don't know what she said. I don't know if she said go get that damn rock or go get this. I forgot how she said it, but she basically kind of yelled at him to go get a rock. Fast forward a couple days after that whole incident happened, my friend wasn't there, and the other kid that was in her group project wasn't there either, so it was just me and her, you know, me and the furry girl. I was looking at the book that we were reading stuff off of, or whatever, the paper that had all the rocks, and I was looking at the rock I had, you know, I was just looking at it, and she kind of like got close to me, like really really close, and she's like, are you doing the work? And I'm like, yeah, I'm doing the work, I'm inspecting the rock, what do you think I'm doing? And then she was like, oh, well, because you're always late and you're rarely here. And I'm like, no, I'm always late, but I'm always here. I'm never, you know, it's like just because I'm late doesn't mean I'm never here, you know. And that's when she started to get aggressive with me. See, no, she wasn't necessarily like yelling at me, but she was just nagging at me, right? And I kind of stepped away because, like, first of all, like, she smelled bad, and second, she was pissing me off, and third, she was low-key kind of like spitting as she was talking, so I'm gonna step away a little bit. And I told her, calm your furry ass down, and she like stepped forward and she hissed at me, and I kind of just smirked a little and I barked at her. I just said woof woof, like yeah, like yeah, I just said woof woof, and yeah, she kind of just like moved her head forward, and she made it as if she tried to bite me. Like, I think she tried to bite me, you know, that's like the story that I've always told, like, hey bro, this girl tried to bite me, and yeah, and I told her, get away from me, I don't want to get rabies, you know. And after I said that, like, hey, I don't want to get rabies, I think that's when she started to plot on me, you know. I think I think right then and there she decided to kind of like screw me over with this project. And yeah, out of pure inconveniency, I wasn't there the next day. Yeah, I wasn't there. My friend was there, and I don't know who else was there, but from what my friend told me, she erased my name from the project. Yeah, she erased my name from the project, and my friend tried stopping her, my bad, don't get me wrong, like, he tried stopping her, but she turned it in when it was too late. And when he tried getting the paper back, the teacher was being an asshole. He didn't want to give it back, he just said it was too late. So it's the next day, I show up and I check my grades, and then I had an F. I was like, well, that's funny. Why do I have an F in this class? I go to talk to the teacher, and I'm like, why do I have an F in this class? And he's like, well, from what your group partners told me, group partners, as if everybody agreed to give me an F. No. The furry girl, she basically said that I didn't help out and that I wasn't contributing or doing anything to help out with the project, and that's why she didn't put my name on it. And yeah, you know, I was devastated and pissed off. I'm like, hey, so like, why does she get to decide what my grade is if I did the work? And he's like, well, it's not only that, like, you're always late to class and you're always turning in assignments late. And I was like, just because I'm late and turning in assignments late, it doesn't mean I'm not doing any work. Like, you're getting the assignments late, like, isn't it better late than never? Like, ever heard of that? And yeah, so basically he's like, nah, I mean, you could redo the project on your own, but you wouldn't get the full points. And I'm like, would it be enough to bring my grade up to at least a passing grade? And he said no. And I'm like, well, this is bullshit, and I'm not gonna do it. And I kind of just walked back, and I told my friend what happened. Like, this furry girl screwed me over. And I didn't realize that it was already like near the end of the semester. So that project really costed me my grade. Like, if I got the points for it, I most likely would have been at a B plus or an A. But I got 0 points, and it dropped me literally 2 grades down. It was crazy, you know. And yeah, I don't know how that's even possible. The grading system is ridiculous. I was pissed off at the teacher. I was pissed off at the furry girl. Yeah, you know, I don't regret anything I said to her, because she's a and she deserved every word that she received from me. Because it's like, dude, like, I didn't even do shit. You were being a bitch. And now I got an F because of you. Like, really? I was pretty devastated because it was Christmas season, you know, it was like already gonna be like 2 weeks of break, and I didn't know how I was gonna tell my parents, you know, like, hey, I got an F, so now I don't know if the school's gonna let me stay or not. But luckily, they gave me the option to take an extra class in order to get the credits to graduate. But it would mean that I would have to go to school at 7 a.m. and take a zero period. The first thing I did before break started is I went to go talk to the counselor, and I was basically telling her like, hey, this whole geology thing isn't working out because it's like, first of all, I don't need the class, and second, why would you make me take it for elective credits when it's not even an elective class? And yeah, you know, luckily they opened up a spot for another first period class, and it was actually an elective, so you know, my second semester was already starting to look bright, except for the fact that I had to show up to school at 7 a.m. As I'm recording this, it's already the end of like the third quarter, and that means I only have 2 more months left until I graduate. So a little bit nervous, excited. I don't know. It was a little bit harder to pass my classes because you know, the whole schedule change and all that. But I definitely prefer it over geology class because nah, man, that that teacher was an asshole, and I'm just glad I don't have to stand around that stinky ass furry girl ever again.